Hello students, this is session 7 of the lesson on contextual clues. In session 6, we looked at punctuation clues, didn't we? In this session, let's learn about inference clues. What are inference clues? Sometimes writers do not directly give word meanings in the text, but meanings of unfamiliar words can be assumed by both prior knowledge, that is what you already know about the subject, and the context in which the word sits. Thus, inferring the meaning of an unfamiliar word based on prior knowledge and information or clues from the text is referred to as inference clues. Watch the video for an explanation of inference clues.
Today is our final lesson on context clues. Hopefully you remember or know what a context clue is at this point. So a context clue is using the meaning within a sentence or surrounding sentences to figure out the meaning of an unknown word. So looking for those clues that help you figure out what a word means when you don't know. There are 5 types of context clues that we looked at. The first was definition, where the author tells you straight out what the word means. The second was a synonym clue, where the author gives an example of a word that means the same as the unknown word. Or an antonym clue, where the author gives a clue that is the opposite of what the unknown word means. Yesterday we did the example clues, where the author will give you an unknown word and then give you examples of the word, and you have to figure out what exactly the word means. And today we're going to work on inferencing clues. So hopefully you remember what an inference is. And an inference is an educated guess. Now, an educated guess is different from any other kind of guess because you actually have to put the pieces together. So if you remember, the 2 things that you need to put together to make an educated guess or an inference is, 1, you need to activate your prior knowledge. So what do you already know about this topic? Maybe it's something you've read or something you have seen in a movie or something you've experienced. Then you're going to add to that what evidence you have actually in the text. Putting those 2 things together, you're going to be able to make a guess about what that unknown word might mean. So making an inference or finding inferences clues is when you combine the experience that you already have with the given situation to make a educated guess about what the word might mean. Because of the limited space, most Twitter posts must be concise. The word I'm trying to define here is concise. They give me some choices. Does concise mean wordy, correct, clear, and brief? Well, I need to activate what I already know about in this sentence. What knowledge do I have? Well, I know about Twitter, send out tweets. So I know that Twitter has to do with writing a message, sending a tweet. I also know that Twitter has a character count limit. So I can't write and write and write. I have to kind of get to the point. So what evidence is provided in the sentence that helps me know what concise might be? Well, it says it has limited space. So when I put all of that together, I'm going to look again at what do I think concise means? Well, it doesn't mean correct because there's nothing about if the information is accurate or not. Anyone could put anything on Twitter. Wordy doesn't work either because wordy means that there's lots of words, but it already tells me that there's limited space. So I'm going to have to go with clear and brief. Let me see if that works in my sentence. Because of limited space, most Twitter posts must be clear and brief. All right, it's time for us to practice. So number 1, Selena did extensive research for her paper. It took her several weeks. I need to activate my prior knowledge for this. So what do I know about research for a paper? Well, I know that research papers take a long time. I did a lot of them in high school and college. What evidence is provided in this sentence as to what extensive might mean? Several weeks. So extensive, several weeks. This is going to help me decide what extensive means. So Selena did extensive research for her paper. It took several weeks. Was it done quickly? Was it risky or large in amount? Okay, risky doesn't make sense in this case. There's nothing about chance when it comes to research. You're just looking for information that you could use to support your claim. Done quickly doesn't make sense either. It says that it took her several weeks. So large in amount would have to make the most sense. Obviously, if something takes a long time, that's a large amount. So let's see if it works. Selena did a large amount of research for her paper. It took her several weeks. Number 2. Before electricity, streets were illuminated by gaslight. I need to activate my prior knowledge at this point. So what do I already know? Well, I have a gaslight in my front yard. It is right by my walkway, and it lights up the whole walkway when we're out at night. What evidence is provided in this sentence as to what illuminated might mean? I have a couple. Electricity. So electricity must have something to do with illuminated because it says before electricity they were illuminated by gaslight. And I know that that gaslight is also a clue because I told you I have one of those lights in my front yard. So I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out what illuminate means. Does it mean lose, clean, or light up? Well, in this sentence, lose doesn't make any sense. Nothing is missing or lost. Clean. I don't know what that would have to do with a gaslight or electricity. So I think it's going to have to be light up. Let's see if that works. Before electricity, streets were lit up by gaslight. That makes sense. Number 3. Because there was no antidote for the snake's poison, the cat that was bitten died. What is my prior knowledge of this sentence? Well, I know poison can make someone sick or even cause death. What evidence is provided in this sentence? The cat died. I know that I would want to prevent a cat from dying if I could. So antidote in this sentence means a short story, cause, or remedy. Cause doesn't work because the snake poison would cause the cat to die, but it says there's no cause, so that doesn't make any sense. A short story. Well, I'm confusing antidote with anecdote, which is a short story, so they're trying to trick me there. I'm going to have to go with remedy. And the remedy is like a fix or a cure to stop something. Because there was no remedy for the snake's poison, the cat that was bitten died. That makes the most sense. Number 4, the basketball players were upset when the team bus broke down and they had to forfeit an important game. I need to start by activating my prior knowledge. So what do I already know about in this sentence? Well, I know that no one likes to lose. So number 4, the basketball players were upset when the team bus broke down and they had to forfeit an important game. The first thing I need to do is activate my prior knowledge. So what do I already know about in this sentence? Well, I know that teams, basketball teams, any team, are usually upset if they lose. I also know that teams lose if they don't show up for a game. So I'm looking for some evidence in here to support what forfeit might mean. So what evidence is provided in this sentence? Upset definitely, and bus broke down. These are two pieces of information that are going to help me let me know what forfeit means. So what does forfeit mean? Give up, strengthen, or prove? Okay, strengthen doesn't work. They wouldn't strengthen an important game, especially if they're not there. Prove doesn't work either. They can't prove themselves, and it doesn't really make sense in this sentence. Give up. Well, this makes sense because if the team bus broke down, they couldn't get there, and if they can't get there, they have to give up the game or forfeit the game. So let's try that. The basketball players were upset when the team bus broke down and they had to give up an important game. That makes sense. Last one, number 5. The night before running a marathon, Elsa fortifies herself by eating a large plate of pasta. I need to activate my prior knowledge here. Well, I have some prior knowledge because I actually coached cross country for 10 years. So I have an idea about what runners need to do, especially the nights before we're leading up to a marathon. I know that you don't want to eat anything in the morning or anything heavy in the morning because you'll see it back up again. I also know that starch gives the body a burst of energy, and we had lots of spaghetti dinners when I was coaching cross country. So what evidence is provided in this sentence? Well, running a marathon, definitely. And pasta. I know pasta is a starch. The night before running a marathon, Elsa fortifies herself by eating a large plate of pasta. Fortify means relax, strengthen, prove. Right, well, I don't think it's going to be proved because eating pasta is not going to prove that you're a good runner, and it doesn't really prove anything at this point by eating pasta. Relax, she probably should get some rest, but that has nothing to do with the plate of pasta. So strengthen is what I'm going to go with. So the night before running a marathon, Elsa strengthens herself by eating a large plate of pasta. Well, it's going to give her energy, and she's going to be running a marathon over 26 miles, so she's definitely going to need to strengthen herself. Hopefully you did well with these, and you're ready for your breakout tomorrow.
Hope you now understand what inference clues are. Please note that inference context clues require the reader to infer or make an informed guess at what the unknown word means. The non-specific clues provided in the text often spread over the sentence in which the unfamiliar word appears or over a number of sentences. Thus, look for clues over several words or sentences. I'm now going to show you a short film. Watch the movie, answer the questions that appear on the screen, try to make sense of the movie using the experience and knowledge you have gained through living and the visual clues.
ออกมานี่เลยนะไอ้ขี้ขโมยไหนดูสิเอาอะไรไปออกมานี่เอาไปทำอะไรเนี่ยฮะถามว่าเอาไปทำอะไรเอาไปให้แม่เจ๊แป๊บนึง
แม่ป่วยเหรอ
อย่าทำอย่างนี้อีกนะ
หมวยเกาเหลาจ๋อนั่งเลยครับนั่งเลย
ป๊า
ไปอ้าวสั่งมาเร็วต่ออะไร
ออกมานี่เลยนะไอ้ขี้ขโมยไหนดูสิเอาอะไรไปออกมานี่เอาไปทำอะไรเนี่ยฮะถามว่าเอาไปทำอะไรเอาไปให้แม่
เดี๋ยวเจ๊แป๊บนึงแม่ป่วยเหรอ
อย่าทำอย่างนี้อีกนะ
หมวยเกาเหลาจ๋านายเลยครับนั่งเลย
ป๊า
จัดไปอ้าวสั่งมาเร็วต่ออะไร
hope you made sense of the movie using your knowledge and the clues given. All right, this is the end of session 7. What did we learn in this session? Yes, in this session, we learned how to use inference context clues to determine word meanings. In session 8, we will be looking at affixes context clues. Thank you.